Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, Lauren here with another great business to discuss on this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Christopher, and he's selling his Amazon FBA business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. Welcome to the show, Christopher. How are you doing today?
Good. Thank you for inviting me.
Great. It's a pleasure to have you on the show, and I'm looking forward to learning more about your business. But before we dive in, I'm going to go over a brief summary of the business. This is an Amazon FBA business created in April 2018 in the apparel and accessories niche. The average monthly revenue for the business is $22,662, and it makes an average of $6,436 per month in net profit. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 57027 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. The assets included in the sale are an Amazon Central Seller account with 3 SKUs, a domain with all site content and files, supplier contracts and relationships, a trademark, and freight forwarder information. Please note that inventory is not normally included in the list price, but further details can be provided to active buyers. So now that we know more about the business, let's hear from the seller. Christopher, can you tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Sure. Ever since I was in high school, I kind of wanted to make a few dollars for myself. And I found that it was pretty easy, kind of just flipping just retail items, sell it online for a little bit more, make a profit. And I've always had an interest in selling online. And I came upon the Amazon FBA model while I was in the corporate world and just kind of gave it a shot. And here we are. Yeah.
Wonderful. And what made you choose the apparel and accessories niche?
No specific reason. As I was doing my product research, I found that my product that I'm selling now had an opportunity to do well. It was kind of up and coming. There weren't a lot of competitors at the time, and I found different aspects of the product where I can kind of make it better and more appealing to the consumer.
Perfect. It sounds like you've certainly had a lot of success with the business. What are the reasons that you're selling it now?
There's a few reasons. The main reason is I'm actually working on a kind of a passion project invention, so to say. It's kind of weird saying invention, but yes. Me and a buddy of mine, a partner, we're designing a product, and I just need the capital for that. And also, I believe, Amazon FBA businesses are kind of on this booming, and people really want to buy it. And I think it's just a good time to sell, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like you've got some exciting times ahead of you. You've had a good journey with this business. Is there anything that you learned that you would apply to future sites or businesses?
Yeah, there were a lot of risks that I took and a lot of different aspects of the business that I worried about. But I'm just so glad I actually, took that first step in starting it. And if I were to tell myself before I started this business, I would probably say, don't worry too much. There's always going to be risk, but when there's risk, there's always going to be a way you can kind of, mitigate the risk and solve any problems you have without anything detrimental coming to your company. So don't worry too much. Just go for it is what I would tell myself.
Yeah, that's fantastic advice. And I'm really glad that worked out for you so well. On the flip side of the coin, I'm sure there were some things that didn't quite go as planned. If you had to start the business again, is there anything that you would do differently a second time around?
I would definitely learn how to manage my money and cash flow a little bit better. I just kind of wanted to make money, but I didn't really focus on managing it. Yeah, definitely cash flow was an issue, trying to keep my product in stock, just keeping all my books in order. It was my first time running a business, so that was kind of difficult for me. But, luckily the product is profitable and it's growing every year. So I kind of lucked out there. But yeah, I would definitely learn how to manage my accounts better.
Yeah, definitely. If you were to keep the business, what are some of the growth opportunities you've identified that you would use to grow it further?
Yeah, so my niche is kind of expanding in a way in the marketplace, and I would definitely go with some new designs, a little bit better, higher quality, but less quantity in a way. I think that would do very well. I would also try some different colors, maybe different variation sizes, packs, or whatnot. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So, can you walk me through your supply chain? Where are your suppliers based, and how does inventory get from the suppliers to the Amazon warehouses?
So my suppliers are in China, and it's a one-stop shop. They are the manufacturer. I deal everything with them. And I have a freight forwarder in the US. All of my product is imported to the US via ocean. The volume is a little bit big to ship it by air. It's possible. If you want to try and stay in stock, get it to the warehouses a little quicker, but it is bigger in volume. So 99% of the time I would be using ocean shipping. And then my freight forwarder kind of handles everything. I just tell them, I have a new order, and I give them the carton quantity, weight, and my supplier's contact information, and they kind of handle it from there. They just tell me when the product's about to arrive.
Fantastic. That sounds like a really streamlined process.
Yeah.
So, what is your role in the business? How many hours per week do you work on the business, and what tasks take up your time?
I roughly spend about 4 hours a week, most of the time less. My product's been on the market, Amazon FBA market, for quite some time, and it's kind of a well-oiled machine. I don't really have to do anything except just watch my inventory levels. Yeah, PPC is kind of set in stone. I'll have to update, the keywords in my advertising campaigns once in a while, but not much to do with the PPC because I have so many organic sales with my product. But yeah, other than that, yeah, just keeping my inventory in stock is kind of the main goal with my product.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like you've got all your ducks in a row with regards to the business. Definitely sounds quite passive. So, for someone who's not familiar with the Amazon FBA business model or maybe the type of products that you sell, what skills or requirements would you say would be needed to run this business successfully?
I would say you need to be somewhat of a risk taker to begin with. If you have that fear factor and you can't take any risks, even if you do have a successful product, I think it'll be very detrimental to your health to run a business like this. You have to be comfortable with being, in debt at times, and kind of just being patient and being okay with just waiting sometimes. So yeah, being able to take risks, and I would have to say being good with kind of data. There's definitely some data analysis needed when it comes to product research and dealing with what's profitable and what's not. So yeah, you need to be able to look at the numbers and also be organized. You need to be organized in order to make the right decisions throughout all your decision-making processes.
Yeah, definitely. The Amazon FBA business model is certainly not for the faint of heart. You mentioned that, you need to be able to take risks. What are the biggest risks with your business that buyers should be aware of?
Right now, there isn't really much risk. There was risk in the beginning because we were launching kind of a new product, and I added a few aspects of the product that weren't available before I started my product. So the risk was there. It cost more. My product cost more than the other competitors, but I was offering something more. So the risk was there. But right now it's proven. People like my product. They love the extra things that I put in with my product. Yeah, the only risk I would say is if, the economy went upside down and nobody wanted to buy anything anymore, that's probably the only risk. Maybe if, shipping costs skyrocketed, which it kind of did recently, and it still is really expensive because of COVID, but it's kind of leveling out right now. But yeah, other than that, I don't really see any major risks aside from some of the kind of crazy risks or situations that might arise.
Yeah, well, I think that's definitely going to be reassuring to any buyers who are listening in. How much support are you willing to offer the buyers to help ease the transition?
That's negotiable. If it's like a first-time FBA business buyer, I'm willing to help them out however much they need. I wouldn't say maybe like a year, but a month, 2, 3 months. But if it's someone, that's familiar with the business model and they don't need much help, I'll just kind of help them get acclimated with the account, with kind of mend that relationship with the supplier and my free forwarder. But yeah, other than that, I am willing to help to whatever extent that they need.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's very generous of you.
Thank you.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earnout?
Yes, I am open to that. The terms would have to make sense. But yeah, I am open to earnouts.
Wonderful. And would you be willing to commit to a non-compete agreement?
Yes.
Perfect. Is there any advice that you could give to our listeners that you wish you knew when you first started out this business?
Other than the fact to just kind of go for it, I would spend a lot of time researching your product and making sure it's something that people want and it's something that's not too saturated in the marketplace. But yeah, other than that, like I said earlier on, just, go for it. Go for it is what it is.
Perfect. You mentioned this is your first business. Why do you think the FBA business model is great for those who are interested in starting their first online businesses?
It is a pathway to millions and millions of buyers. It's just kind of an anomaly. It's so popular, but it is kind of an anomaly. It could be like people talk about the fees, Amazon fees, how man, you can't make any profit there. They charge so much. But, if you think about how many people are going on to the marketplace, Amazon.com, and just, with the click of a button, they're just buying things. And it's not just, footwear, or it's not just clothing. It's everything and anything you can possibly sell on there. So, yeah, it's a very unique opportunity still. It's definitely getting harder and harder every year to start a business. So if you're willing to, make the investment to buy a business, then I think that's going to take you a long way. I think they can even buy it and maybe sell it down the road for double, triple, quadruple the price.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely a great opportunity there. So the final question of the interview, and the one that buyers probably going to listen to most keenly, is if you had to put yourself into the shoes of a buyer, why do you think your business is a business worth buying?
There's multiple reasons. Mainly, it's very low maintenance. There's really nothing besides reordering that you need to do. Like I said, PPC is kind of on its own. Yeah, just inventory levels is low maintenance. And also, my business is growing a lot. To be completely honest, I'm kind of having second thoughts selling. I should be saying this, but yeah, I'm having second thoughts because, my sales are skyrocketing. My price point has risen more than double. Yeah, so whoever, acquires this business, they will be doing very well in the short term and in the long run.
Yeah, certainly. It certainly sounds like it. And those are definitely some very compelling reasons why buyers should book a call with you as soon as possible.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our listeners that I might have missed?
No, I'm always open to negotiating and kind of discussing whatever questions that anyone might have. So just let me know and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much for your time, Christopher. It's been really great learning more about you and your business.
Thank you very much.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 57027. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.